Feet underneath your hip joints, collarbones wide, and we're gonna start with a few bicep curls. Just nice and easy, little squeeze in your shoulder blades. And we're gonna add a heel lift, so lifting the heels as you lift the weights. Control the way down. One more. And now we'll keep those weights going up and down, just those bicep curls, and we're gonna add a march, lifting one knee up at a time. Navel to spine. One more each leg. Okay, feet down, arms down. We're gonna lift your arms up to the sides and lower with control. Shoulder blades down as the arms come up. Lower with control. Good. One more. And now we'll take the arms forward, up to shoulder height and back down. Up to shoulder height and down. Long neutral spine. Good. Now, as the arms come down, let's find a little squat. Arms come forward as we stand. Arms come down as we squat. Collarbones wide, shoulders back. Squat one more time and hold. Let's scissor the arms. One arm forward and one arm back. And switch, lifting the arms up. You can do this with or without your weights. Navel to spine, long flat back. One more each side. And now we'll take both arms back. Lift those arms up high, tricep press, bend and press back. Bend, press back. Wide sits bones, wide collarbones. Option to lift one foot off the floor. And then switch legs. Both feet down, sit a little deeper. Last 3 with the arms. 2 and 1. Stand all the way up. Roll your shoulders back a few times and forward a few times. All right, step your feet wide. Okay, take a wide parallel, and we're gonna swing the arms side to side, allowing the spine to twist. Get a little centrifugal force. And back to the center. Let's turn the feet out, heels in, toes out. We'll bring the ends of the weights together, and we're gonna lift the weights up toward your chin, lower down and squat. Sumo squat. Zip up to your chin. Inhale, lower and squat. How low in the hips is up to you. Up and down. Again, keeping your neutral spine as you come down and as you come up. Option to lift your heels at the top. Lower the heels as you squat. Up and lift. Good. 3 more. Come down, hold that squat, turn the palms in. We'll lift up to the sides and down. Arms out to the side. Squeeze the shoulder blades. 4, 3, 1, and stand up. Let's heel toe the feet in, feet underneath your hip joints again. Bend your arms to 90 degrees. We'll rotate the arms out and in. Yeah. Rotating your upper arm bones within your shoulder sockets. Option to stand on one leg, single leg balance. And maybe switch legs. Back to both legs, rotate the arms out and hold. Turn your head to the right, stretch your neck. Come back to center, turn your head to the left. One more each way. Rotate the head and neck. And we'll set the weights off to the side. All right, let's take your feet wide again, hands to your hips, big slow hip circles, big yawn for your hip joints. Reverse. And back to center. We'll keep the feet this distance apart and tip from one leg to the other. Maybe finding a little suspension or a little balance. Find your balance on one side. We'll hold it here. Small circles of your free leg. Reverse. Hold your leg up and let's tap your toes down. Lift up to the side. Tap the floor, lift side. Hold it up. Now take your leg a little forward and back, keeping this leg lifted. 3, 2, 1, and we'll switch to the other side. Find your balance, tilt over, little circles. Stable pelvis and spine. Reverse. Tap the floor and lift. Lower, lift. Keep drawing your abdominals into your spine. Hold it up, a little forward and back. Just a small movement. Keep that leg lifted. Stabilize your pelvis. One more. And we'll step down, shake out the legs. All right, let's take some big arm circles. Inhale, reach forward and up. Exhale, reach back behind you and down. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. 1 more. All right, have some space in front of you. A little bit of runway. Feet hip width or a little wider. Staying in neutral with the spine, we'll fold at your hips and knees, come through a squat all the way down to the floor. Walk out onto your hands to a plank position. You can hold that plank for a breath or take a little push up. And then bend your knees, walk your hands toward your feet. Come through your squat, flat back, and stand up. Again, at your own pace. Fold at the hips and knees. Walk out to your plank. Hold for a breath or take a little push up. And then walk back. Come through that squat. And stand 2 more. And last one. Good. Excellent. Let's come out into that plank one more time. And we're gonna hold it a little longer. Let's stay and hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your hips way up, find a downward dog-like shape, little stretch. Hold here or pedal the feet. Stretching your calves, your hamstrings, your shoulders. And we'll find your way back up to standing. Okay, and let's have a seat down on the mat. Just find any comfortable sitting position. Let's do just some seated arm work. So you can do this with it or without the weights. We'll hold the weights just above your shoulders. Nice, and when you're ready, we're gonna lift and bend. Yeah, up and down here. Three, 2, lift up, bring the weights together. We're gonna bend behind your head and lift up. Some tricep press here, behind the head and up. Yeah, feel free to adjust your legs at any time, just get comfortable. Three more. All right, last thing here, bend your arms out to a 90-degree angle in those elbows. We're gonna take the arms together and back. Forward, touch the arms, out and back. Squeeze the shoulder blades as you come back. 3 more. All right, let's set those weights off to the side. Let's come to a Z-sit. So we're gonna point one foot back, other foot in front of you, one hand to the floor, other arm to the side or to your hip, and we're gonna roll your hip forward and back. How far forward can you take the hip? How far back can you take the hip? Massaging your hip joint. One more of each. And now find the space between. Keep your pelvis here. We'll flex the foot behind you. You're gonna lift and lower that side knee without letting the hip roll back. So we're keeping that hip forward. Maybe you take your hand off the floor for a little added oblique challenge. 2 more. And now let's keep that knee down and lift the back foot up and down. Okay, lean over just a little more. Let's lift that whole leg up and down, knee and foot. Hug your abdominals into your spine. 3 more. Lift up, take that leg forward. See if you can switch to the other side without using your arms. All right, point the foot behind you. One hand on the floor, one hand to your hip, and we'll roll your hip forward, back and down. Up and forward, back and down. Noticing how this hip joint feels, how much movement or space you've got in each direction. And now find the space between those 2 extremes. We'll keep the pelvis here. Flex the back foot up and down with your knee. Just that little lift and lower. Try not to let that hip roll back. Keep it forward. An option to take both hands off the floor. 3 more. Keep your knee down, lift and lower the back foot. Internally rotating at your hip. Three more. And now lift that whole leg up, knee and foot. If you need to, you can lean over a little more. Exhale up, inhale down. 3, 2, hold it up. Let's change to the other side without using your hands. And we're gonna keep going from one Z sit to the other side without using your hands. And maybe lift your feet up and find a little teaser in between. One more each way. Good. All right, come to sit on both sits bones. Feet in front of you, knees together, and let's hold on behind the thighs. So find your long neutral spine. We'll hinge back. Inhale, squeeze your knees together. Exhale, lift through the crown of your head. Inhale, hinge back. Hug your abdominals to your spine. Exhale, lift up. Option to do this without the arms. Inhale, hinge. Lift through your inner thighs and pelvic floor. Collarbones wide. Option to take your arms up a little higher. 3 more. Hinge back and we'll hold. And we're gonna march the legs. Lift a knee and lower. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet down, sit up. And then we'll take the arms back behind you. Fingers point to the sides. Bend your knees a little deeper. Feet sits bone distance apart. Shoulders back and lift the chest. We'll press into the feet. Lift your hips. Lower down with control. Good, getting at the glutes and hamstrings as we lift. Lower slow. 2 more. Hug your abdominals to your spine. All right, let's keep your right foot on the floor. Pick up the left foot. Same thing, but on one leg. Try and keep the hips level. Lift all the way up, all the way down. 3 more with this leg. Shoulders back and down. Last one. Keep the left hip up. And we'll switch. Level the hips. Shoulders down. Navel to spine. Last one. All the way down. Both feet down. Let's turn the fingers slightly forward. Maybe walk your hands back a little further. Push-ups behind your back. Bend and straighten the arms behind you. Bend and press. Four, 3, bend the arms, come down, little pulses, up an inch, down an inch. Good. 3, 2, 1, come all the way up off the hands. We'll straighten the right leg out, bend your left knee in close. Sit up very tall, flex the right foot, shoulders back and down. Try and get that spine vertical. Straighten the right knee all the way so your quadricep is already working. And you're gonna lift this leg up, lower down. Straighten your knee, flex your foot, lift. Get taller as you lift up. Straighten that knee a little more each time. It's gonna wanna bend ever so slightly. Try and lock that knee out. That's gonna make it harder. Shoulders down. 2 more. Doesn't matter how small or big. Last one. And release. Jiggle that muscle off the bone if you need, maybe a little smack. And we'll switch. All right, straighten the left leg, pull that right knee in close. Use that leg to help you sit up tall. Flex the left foot, lock out your knee, and we'll take a little lift and lower. Flex, straighten the knee, lift up. Get taller as you lift. Navel to spine, can you flex the foot more? Can you straighten your knee more? 3 more. Get taller. 1 more for fun. Lower and rest. Maybe shake, jiggle that muscle or smack it out. Okay, let's come down onto your back. We'll have those weights close by. Lying down. All right, we're gonna take a little stretch first. Draw your knees into your chest, one hand on top of each knee, and we'll stir the knees in opposite directions. Big yawn for the hip joints. Reverse. And we'll rest the feet down. Let's grab your weights here. And we'll take the arms up, palms facing forward. We're gonna bend the elbows wide. Lift up, chest press, bend and lift. Think about your abdominal wall, which spans from your sternum all the way down to your pubic bone. Draw that wall of tissue down as you lift the arms up. Abdominal wall comes down as you exhale. Try to maintain some abdominal engagement the whole time. So even as you inhale, deepening the abdominals as you exhale. 3 more. Arms up, we'll turn the palms in, circle the arms. Slow circles, you can go small, medium, or large, depending on how your shoulders feel. You can also do this without the weights if you prefer. Do keep the weights within your field of vision. Reverse, take your time. See if you can maintain that abdominal connection, and you might even feel some of the muscles in your back contract at different points of your circle. Arms up, let's go with scissors. One arm back, one arm forward. Exhale, engage your abdominals to help lift the arms and switch. Inhale, scissor. Exhale, navel down to lift up. Press the top of your shoulders down. Option to bring your legs to tabletop. Squeeze the knees together. Last 3, 2, and 1. Arms up, weights together. Let's go with triceps. Bend to your forehead and lift up. Weights to your forehead and press up. You can have your feet down or legs at tabletop. An option to extend your legs up as you extend your arms. Inhale, bend. Deepen your abdominals with each exhale. Imprint your lower back into the floor. Engaging the quadriceps, the front of your thighs as you straighten your knees. And engaging the backs of your arms, your triceps, as you extend the arms. 3 more. Lift and hold. Okay, moving opposite limbs. You're going to take your right arm to the side and your left leg to the other side. Come back up, tap center, and switch. Left arm, right leg. Out to the sides, back up and tap for center. Again. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Stable pelvis, stable rib cage. One more each side. All right, keep the legs up, bring your arms down. Little circles of your legs. Keep the legs together. Curl your tailbone slightly up as part of that circle. Reverse. And we'll set the feet down. All right, open your arms, gently sway your knees side to side. All right, we'll keep the arms out wide. Walk your legs to tabletop, squeeze your knees together. We'll do some lower body rotation. Tip your knees over to the right, inhale. Keep the left shoulder down. Exhale, use your abdominals to come back to center. And switch, inhale, tilt the knees to the left. Exhale, use your abdominals to press your back down, which brings your pelvis to the center and the legs come up. Inhale, the legs tip over. Exhale, abdominals catch and pull you back. Keep both shoulder blades glued to the floor. 2 more each way. Squeeze your knees. All right, let's set your feet down. All right, arms down by your sides. Feel free to move the weights out of the way. And let's have the palms facing in so that you're on the pinky sides of your hands, kind of karate chopping the floor here. Actively press down through the arms. Press into the 4 corners of your feet, big toe ball, pinky toe ball, and the inner and outer edges of your heels. Little pelvic tuck and float the pelvis up. Mostly neutral. Hold for an inhale, keep pressing evenly through all the 4 corners of your feet, and exhale, slowly lower the spine down. Keep pressing down through the arms, down through the pinky edge of your hand. Inhale at the bottom. Exhale, press down through the arms, down through the feet, and float your pelvis up. Deepen your abdominals. Tuck the hips. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lengthen and lower. Reach your sits bones toward the calves as you come down. Elongating the spine. 2 more. Inhale, prepare. Exhale, press down through the feet, down through the arms. Press a little more to the big toe ball now. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lengthen and lower. Keep energy through the arms, collarbones wide. 1 more like this. Hug your abdominals into your spine. Let's hold the pelvis here. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring one leg to tabletop. Inhale, step down and switch. Exhale, the other knee up. Inhale, lower. Keep the pelvis stable. Keep pressing down through the arms. Marching your legs, pubic bone up, belly button down. 1 more each leg. Both feet down, tuck the pelvis, lift your hips just a little more. Inhale, exhale, gently lower all the way down. All right, press your lower back down, imprint the spine. Walk your legs to tabletop. Palms to the front of your thighs. Flex your feet, push your hands into your thighs, push your thighs into your hands and deepen your abdominals. Keep pushing and breathing for another 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. You can rock both knees side to side or make little circles or stir the knees in opposition, whatever feels good to you. Let's come back to that shape. Legs at tabletop, flex the feet. Push hands to thighs, thighs to hands, navel to spine. Now we're gonna let go with one side. You're gonna reach one arm back, one leg forward. Keep pushing with the other arm and leg. Come back in, push into your thigh and switch. So we reach an arm and leg away from each other, come back in. Pushing a lot with one side as you disengage the other side. Keep pushing a lot with one side. It should feel like quite a bit of work, maybe some shaking. One more each way. Push, push, push. Hand to thigh, thigh to hand. Last one, push, 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 push. And release. Hug your knees or take any stretch that feels good to you. All right, let's roll on to one side. We'll do some side lying work. Using your arm as a pillow, we'll take a little bend in both knees and we'll do some rotation of the hips, starting with internal rotation. Lift and lower the top foot. Squeeze your knees together. Good. And now both feet up and down. Hold the feet up, clamshell, open the top knee and close. Keep your feet together, stabilize your pelvis like your back is against a wall. Two more. And we'll lower the legs down. All right, straighten your bottom leg. Place your top knee onto the floor. Belly button to spine. Lift and lower the bottom leg. Exhale up, inhale down. Connect your abdominals to your inner thigh. Hold the bottom leg up, small circles of that leg. Reverse. Hold the leg up, pulse it higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lower down. Okay, let's straighten the top leg out. Slight bend in the bottom leg. Flex that top foot, lift it to hip height. And we're gonna rotate this leg, external and internal rotation, turning your knee up and down. Stabilize your pelvis. So you're twisting your thigh bone within your hip joint. Let's point your knee and toes up. External rotation, a little up and down with this leg. And now we'll internally rotate. Point your knee and toes down, up and down here. And now we'll point your knee and toes up, lift, rotate down and lower. External rotation, lift, internal rotation as you lower. So kind of leading with the toes. Toes point down, we lower. Toes point up, we lift. Now let's reverse, leading with your heel. Heel points down, we lower. Heel points up, we lift. External rotation as you lower, internal rotation as you lift. Creating that figure 8-like movement in the hip joint. 2 more. And we'll rest. Bend that knee, maybe pound out that hip a little bit. All right, let's take both legs in a forward diagonal. Flex the feet. We'll take your top hand behind your head and lift the top leg to hip height. You're gonna swing your leg forward, reach the top elbow back, twist. And now take your leg back, rotate that top elbow forward and down, touch the floor. And again, as your leg comes forward, rotate your elbow back, open the chest to the ceiling. And as your leg comes back, we twist forward and down. Twisting the spine in opposition to your leg. Wringing out the spine like you're wringing out a towel. One more each way. Reach your heel a little further. And back to center, lower down. Let's bring both legs back just in line with your spine. So we have a straight line from your head to your feet. Hand in front of you for support. Draw your abs in. Lift both legs and lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Belly button back, lift the legs. Option to lift your head and chest as you lift the legs up. Navel to spine. Option to take your top hand off the floor, maybe to your hip or thigh. 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Bend both knees. Push yourself up onto your forearm, up onto your elbow. All right, elbow under your shoulder. Lift your ribs, hand on your hip, and we're gonna lift the pelvis up. Hold and breathe for the count of 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. All right, let's come to hands and knees, just briefly. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, and just take a little cat-cow or any other spinal movement that feels good to you. And we're gonna take a twist. Reach your right arm under the left, come down to your shoulder, the side of your head, roll the left shoulder back. Take a couple deep breaths here, spread your ribs. And we'll switch. Shoulder down, roll the right shoulder back. Deep breaths, spread your ribs wide as you breathe. All right, we'll untwist and let's come down onto our second side, side lying on your second side. All right, use your arm to support your head, starting with a little bend in both legs. We'll keep your knees together, lift and lower the top foot. Both feet up and down. Navel to spine. Both feet up, clamshell, open and close the top knee. Stabilize your pelvis. Squeeze your feet together. 3 more. And we'll lower the legs down. Straighten out the bottom leg. Place your top knee to the floor in front of you. Navel to spine, lift and lower the bottom leg. Connect your abdominals to your inner thigh. Hold that leg up now. Little circles, small circles of your leg. Keep drawing your abdominals in. And reverse. Hold this leg up. Pulse it higher for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. We'll straighten the top leg. Little bend in the bottom leg. Lift your top leg to hip height and flex your foot. We're going to rotate this leg, twisting your thigh bone within your hip socket. It's not a very big movement. Stabilize your pelvis. Point your toes and knee up toward the ceiling. We'll go a little up and down. Maintain your external rotation at the hip. And now internal rotation. Point your knee and toes down, up and down here. Keep drawing navel to spine. And we'll figure 8, leading with the toes. Point your toes up, lift. Point the toes and knee down, lower. Rotate up, lift. Rotate down and lower. External rotation as we lift. Internal rotation as we lower. 2 more. And reverse, leading from your heel. Point your knee down, lift. Point your knee up and lower. Or internal rotation as you lift, external rotation as you lower. 3 more. Lower down, bend that knee, maybe pound out your hip a little bit. Okay, and we're gonna take both legs at a forward diagonal. Flex your feet, top hand behind your head. Lift the top leg to hip height. We'll swing your leg forward, open your chest up toward the ceiling, reach your elbow back. And then switch, take your leg back, rotate forward and down, maybe tap your elbow to the floor. Bringing your elbow and foot in opposite directions. Option to flex your foot as the leg comes forward, and maybe point the foot as your leg comes back. If that's too complicated, then don't worry about it. Find that nice twist. 1 more each way, maybe go a little further. And release, legs together. Let's bring both legs back in line with your spine. We'll start with one hand in front of you for support. Squeeze the thighs deep in your abdominals. Lift both legs and lower. Exhale, lift, inhale, lower. Option to press into both arms and lift the head and chest. Peeking up out of your mole hole to look out. Option to take your top hand off the floor. Still pressing down through that bottom arm. Find that serratus connection. Three, 2, and 1. Lower down. Bend both knees, push yourself up onto your forearm. Pull that elbow under your shoulder, heels back in line with the tail, and hand on your hip. Lift through your ribs. And then lift your pelvis. We'll hold and breathe here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. All right, let's come onto our bellies, face down on the floor. And we'll stack the palms. Rest your forehead on your hands. All right, drive your pubic bone down, belly button up. Try and physically lift your belly button off the floor, and we'll lift the right leg up, floating from your upper thigh, lower down. Switch. Exhale, lift the left leg. Inhale, lower. It's a pretty small movement. Exhale, up. Inhale, down. Pubic bone down as you lift your leg up. Lift your belly button as you lift your leg. You can keep going one leg at a time or try both legs up. Both legs down. Exhale, drive the pubic bone down, lift your legs. Lift your belly button as you lift your legs. So we're working from the glutes and not from your lower back. This time, let's lift both legs, hold. Little swimming, flutter the legs. Stabilize your pelvis. Keep driving pubic bone down, belly button up. Moving from the upper thighs. Another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower and rest. Okay, again, lengthen your lower back. Press pubic bone down, navel up. And let's take your arms out to the sides, palms down. Float your forehead an inch or two off the floor. And now turn your head to the right. Look at your right hand. You're gonna keep looking at that hand as you lift your arm up. How high can you lift it? Keep your feet down and lower with control. And switch. Look to your left hand. Lift the left arm up. How high can you lift that arm? And lower slowly with control. Again, look to the right arm. Lift. Lower slowly. And switch. Keep driving pubic bone down, belly button up. Let's add to this. We're gonna lift the opposite leg up. Again, lifting from your upper thigh. Lower with control. Opposite leg as arm. One more each side. Back down. Let's lift both arms up. Arms out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades. Again, tuck the pelvis, pubic bone down, belly button up. Lift both legs. Flutter kick those legs again. Stabilize the rest of the body. Keep pedaling or fluttering the legs. Another 10 seconds. Can you lift your arms up a little higher? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Hang out here or come to a child's pose to stretch. Take some deep breaths into your lower back. Okay, let's come to hands and knees. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, long flat back. Hug your abdominals to your spine, spread your fingers wide. We're gonna tuck the toes under your feet. Hover your knees about 1 inch off the floor. We'll stay and breathe for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Okay, adding to this, we're gonna hover the knees again. You can stay like we did just before, or you can tap opposite hand to shoulder, trying to keep the pelvis fairly stable. 4, 3, 2, 1, come down, take a little break. Okay, last variation. You can do either of the two versions before, or we hover the knees and think about walking the knees forward. So we're still stepping back to the same place, but you lift your foot and draw your knee toward your chest, or like you're gonna bring your knee between your arms. Little march in place. 4, 3, 2, and take a rest. Child's pose or anything else that feels good to you. Slow your breathing. Relax your neck and shoulders. find your way up to standing. Okay, finishing with a bit of balance. We'll stand with one foot in front of the other, heel to toe, equal weight on both feet, collarbones wide. You can focus your eyes on one unmoving point to help stabilize your balance, or you can turn your head and eyes to look around the room, and that's going to be more challenging. Another option would be to keep your head fixed and close your eyes. Okay, switch legs, other foot in front. Heel to toe, equal weight in both feet. You can keep your eyes forward, fixed on one unmoving point, or move your head and eyes to look around the room. You can even go up and down, or you can keep the head fixed and close your eyes. Collarbones wide, navel to spine. Feel the floor with your feet. All right, let's release. Feet underneath your hip joints, last little bit. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. Exhale, slide the shoulders down, get taller. Twice more. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, lift through the crown of your head as the shoulders come down. Last one. Energy up through the top of your head, navel to spine, and we're all done. Good.